Hello, dear trend followers. The world's infrastructure is not in good shape. There's a lot of erosion. We've seen this ourselves in Germany. The infrastructure is getting really bad. The politicians haven't done anything in a decade, and it's necessary that something is done about it. As a stock investor in Germany, there's really nothing you can do to take part in companies that may otherwise benefit from this. But in the USA, things are very different. In the US, the infrastructure is also in seriously bad shape. The government has done very little over the past few years to improve the situation. However, the new president in the US has put infrastructure on his agenda, and because of global climate politics, he has decided to take an active role in making things better. Because of this, it is inevitable the big companies in the US will profit massively. I'm sure you've seen how problematic the infrastructure is in the country, or at least in certain places. Unfortunately, these problems have been accumulating for decades, not just over a year or two. This is a worldwide situation, and we really need to make a change. One reason to change is because of the topic of smart cities, which will require making a lot of infrastructure upgrades. The big companies that operate in this area are listed in the stock market, and the one from which we hope to profit is already known. It is a big megatrend, and its name is Caterpillar. Let's take a look at the stock chart showing the stock performance since 1987. From this chart, we can see that the infrastructure is an ongoing topic. This means that the streets must be built and the tunnels must be built, especially up in the mountains. All the machines and technology that one needs to construct these things with, Caterpillar has in their product portfolio. And the catalog equipment offered by Catalog is absolutely massive, which comes into play here. That means that revenue of the company will grow very dynamically in the future, much like it has in the past. In addition, so will the company's profits and stock price. For those of us interested in the long term, the performance is so consistent that we can make plans around it. So, this means that if I invest in the company's stock and I hold on to it for 24 months, I can count on achieving profits of 80 or 100%. As a very clever investor, you can take advantage of this in different ways via options. You can see exactly how to go about doing this with my stock market services or in my options package. The second great winner in the infrastructure space of the USA is indeed a mega trend as well, and it is astounding what this particular company's stock price has accomplished since 2009. Up to now, we have already seen a performance of over 10,000% from Caterpillar, as well as from this second company, United Rentals. Since 2009, we have already seen a stock increase of 8,000%. From United Rentals, you can borrow about any infrastructure-related piece of equipment you need, from hammers, boring machines, hydraulic hoists, etc. Everything you could possibly need, you can rent from United Rentals. The result of this is that the stock price will remain high and the value of this company will remain high. This is because the profits are high, and this translates to an increase in stock price. You don't have to have a crystal ball to recognize this. Over the next 24 months, the value of this company's stock will more than double. And that's not all, because this infrastructure remediation measure has already begun. At this point, you can just set it aside and say, well, I'll do something about it later. That's absolutely not an option. Things have already begun. Correspondingly, the stock price will increase massively. These two huge companies in the US are to a large extent involved with global projects. Again, the stock price of these two companies will likely double in value over the next 24 months. But the fun is not just in profiting from the doubling of the stock values, but also from the doubling of their corresponding leveraged products, like options. Like I said before, you can accompany me using stock market services, or by buying one of my option packages. Keep thinking about infrastructure, perhaps not so much on projects or companies in Germany where I am from, because we don't have any companies listed on the stock market that focus on infrastructure. America is gigantic, and that's where the companies are. Invest in these companies. It will be a lot of fun, and you can invest your money in these companies and still be able to sleep well at night. With leveraged products, you can have even more fun. It is really not that difficult to invest in megatrends. I wish you a lot of fun with your investing. Yours, Michael Profe.